In our last stop, we braved the windswept plains and mountain passes of Wyoming, a state where the silence of ghost towns and battlefields echoed with unfinished stories. From Fort Laramie's phantom soldiers to the otherworldly lights of Devil's Tower and the frozen remnants of Kerwin, Wyoming reminded us that even the wildest landscapes hold restless souls. Now, the road takes us east all the way to the Carolina coast, where the Atlantic crashes against time-worn shores and legends linger like mist. Here, echoes of war still drift across the water, strange lights burn above the ridges, and the shadows of abandoned hospitals remember every cry ever heard within their walls. Tonight, we'll explore 3 of North Carolina's most haunted and often overlooked locations: a battleship where the dead still stand at their post, a mountain range alive with mysterious lights, and a hospital whose halls whisper in the dark. Let's get started where the sea meets steel, aboard a ghost that never left port. These are 3 haunted locations in North Carolina that you've never heard of. USS North Carolina. Moored along the Cape Fear River, the USS North Carolina is a silent giant, a relic of World War II, its gray hull reflecting on the dark waters of Wilmington. Launched in 1940 and nicknamed the Showboat, it earned 15 battle stars during the war, surviving torpedoes, kamikaze attacks, and relentless Pacific battles. But not everyone aboard made it home. During an attack off Guadalcanal in 1942, a Japanese torpedo struck the ship's hull. 5 men died instantly, sealed inside a flooded compartment deep below deck. The rest of the crew carried on, but many say their spirits have never left. Today, the battleship serves as a floating museum open to the public, yet staff, veterans, and visitors all tell stories that suggest it's far more than that. Late at night, footsteps echo through the empty metal corridors, hatches clang open and shut on their own. Voices call out commands that no one gave. Tour guides have reported hearing tapping from sealed compartments and phantom whistles in the area long after the power's been disconnected. The most famous sighting is that of a young sailor in uniform, often seen near the mess hall or engine room. He appears solid until he vanishes into thin air. One night, a maintenance worker claimed to see him standing near the torpedo compartment, staring at the floor. When the worker called out, the figure turned, saluted, and disappeared. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of clanging metal, distant laughter, and a voice whispering, "Battle stations." Others claim to feel cold spots in the lower decks, exactly where the torpedo struck decades ago. Even among hardened Navy veterans, the ship's atmosphere is unsettling. "You can feel it," one said, like the crew's still here, still waiting for orders. Whether they remain out of duty or tragedy, the spirits aboard the USS North Carolina stand eternal watch, their ship forever anchored between history and the afterlife. Brown Mountain Lights. High in the Blue Ridge Mountains, strange orbs of light drift above the ridgeline of Brown Mountain, glowing, floating, and fading without sound. The phenomenon has baffled residents for centuries. The Cherokee told of ghostly maidens searching for their fallen warriors, their lanterns lighting the slopes. Early European settlers saw the lights too, calling them spirit fires. In 1913, even the U.S. Geological Survey investigated, but no one could explain what they saw. The lights appear most often on clear, moonless nights. Witnesses describe glowing spheres, white, yellow, even blue, hovering over the ridge before vanishing as suddenly as they appeared. Some rise from the valley floor, others glide silently through the trees. Rangers at the Brown Mountain Overlook have filmed the phenomenon, but the recordings only deepen the mystery. Over the years, explanations have ranged from swamp gas to headlights, yet the lights were seen long before cars existed. Some researchers suggest electric discharges from the quartz-rich rock. Others believe the answer lies beyond science. For many locals, the lights are spirits. Some say they're souls of lost hunters. Others claim they're Confederate soldiers from nearby battlefields wandering home. A few whisper that the lights lure travelers off the path, a will-o-wisp leading them into the wilderness, never to return. In 2016, a camper Laura Tate recounted seeing a single orb hover just a few feet above the ground. It pulsed brighter, dimmer, then suddenly shot skyward, leaving a faint smell of ozone. It wasn't headlights, she said. It was alive. No matter the cause, Brown Mountain remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. On quiet nights, the mountain glows, and the veil between the worlds seems to shimmer with it. Old Davis Hospital. In the heart of Statesville stands the Old Davis Hospital, a towering relic of medicine and misery. For nearly 70 years, it served as a regional hospital, and for many, it was the last place they ever saw. Built in 1920, Davis Hospital expanded through the decades, gaining new wings and wards. Thousands of lives were saved within its walls, but countless others were lost. When it closed its doors in 1984, the building was left to decay, its room filled with dust, graffiti, and silence. Yet visitors swear it's never truly emptied. Paranormal investigators, thrill seekers, and even former staff have all shared chilling accounts. Footsteps echo in the hallways where no one stands. Doors slam shut on their own. The faint squeak of rolling gurneys can be heard at night, as if the hospital's operating somewhere between life and death. One of the most reported apparitions is the Red Nurse. She's described as a woman in an old-fashioned uniform, faintly glowing red in the dark. Witnesses say she appears in the children's ward, checking visible patients before disappearing through the walls. Some believe she was a nurse who died of exhaustion during the 1940s epidemic. Others think she's a manifestation of the hospital's suffering. During one investigation, a paranormal team captured a recording of a woman's voice whispering, "They're not gone." Moments later, every flashlight died at the same time. When power returned, the scent of antiseptic filled the halls. Even contractors attempting demolition have refused to continue after seeing shadow figures moving behind windows on sealed floors. The hospital resists destruction, as if the spirits inside refuse to let go. By day, it's an abandoned ruin. By night, it's a labyrinth of echoes, a place where pain, duty, and fear have fused into something that will not rest. The Old Davis Hospital isn't just haunted, it's alive in its own way, pulsing faintly with the memories of those who never made it home. From the steel decks of the USS North Carolina to the glowing ridges of Brown Mountain and the haunted wards of Davis Hospital, North Carolina proves that history here doesn't sleep, it lingers. Each place tells a different kind of ghost story, courage, mystery, and sorrow etched deep into the landscape. But our road trip doesn't stop here. Next, we'll head north into Virginia, a land where colonial mansions, Civil War battlefields, and ancient fortresses keep watch over centuries of hauntings. Which North Carolina legend would you dare to explore first? The ship, the mountain, or the hospital? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to keep traveling with us. And until then, travel safe, and remember, the road ahead is haunted.